Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today marks the 1 year anniversary of me making YouTube videos. Before I started a YouTube channel, I was making a lot of short form content, whether I was playing the likes of Marvel Spider-Man or Call of Duty, you name it. For a very long time, I was making short form content that I would post on my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so forth. Some of my friends ended up noticing just how often I was posting short form content on my socials, and it got to a point to where they decided to tell me, you really should make a YouTube channel. Like, I genuinely think you should make a YouTube channel, dude. And while it wasn't something that I fully agreed to, well, kind of, it was still something that I considered doing because I've always enjoyed making content to some extent, especially since I've watched some of my favorite creators make content in their own right, and I was always amazed by what they were able to put together. So I did give a lot of consideration on actually taking that next step and starting a YouTube channel. And it wasn't until September 6th of 2023 where I finally made the announcement that I have officially made a YouTube channel. I started out by making content on Spider-Man, especially since the launch of Marvel Spider-Man 2 at the time was drawing near, so I wanted to at least make some content on it to get people excited for the game, and that was an idea that one of my friends suggested me to do on the channel. I ended up doing so, and eventually I ended up making more and more Spider-Man content. I ended up doing it for a few months until I decided to branch out and explore other video games that I can make content on. Whether I was playing multiplayer games, whether I was playing single player games, or recently whether I was playing web browser video games, I really wanted to do my best to introduce as much variety as I possibly could. That way you guys don't have to see me play one specific genre of a video game. I've been doing my best to try to introduce a variety of different video games to make videos on, but as far as like a variety of the types of videos that I should have been making, whether it be vlogs, whether it be Q&As, you name it, that is something that I have really not done a good job of doing, as I haven't really bothered to do that many vlogs. As a matter of fact, I haven't even done my very first vlog, and the main reason being is because my life isn't all that interesting. It's like, I don't go out that much like a lot of people do. I'm not somebody who likes to go out and party and all this other stuff. So whenever I think of vlogging, it would have to be a scenario where I have to be going out somewhere doing something crazy or fun, but that's just not how I live my life. Basically, I would go to work, and by the time I would get home, I would make time to record some video, I would edit it, schedule the upload for the next day, and then repeat the process over and over and over again. So I'm not somebody who likes to go out as much as everybody else. Not to say that going out is a bad thing or anything, but what I am trying to say is that my life is just not eventful for me to be able to start vlogging, if you know what I mean. I will say that making YouTube videos for the last year or so has allowed me to develop a lot more experience in regards to how I gotta edit my videos, especially to the degree that a lot of other bigger creators are able to do in their own right. Yes, I still have a long way to go, and I still have a lot to learn in regards to how to properly edit videos, so that way it could be at a, how do I say it, professional level, I guess. I'm still doing the best that I can with what I have available to me. For anybody who might be curious, I have not hired an editor to edit my videos for me. All of the videos that I've done, whether it be shorts or whether it be long form videos, all of that stuff was edited by me and me only. Would I ever entertain the idea of hiring an editor? To be honest with y'all, not really. And the main reason why that is, and this is gonna sound cliche, but I've always believed in that if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And for me personally, I've always liked to edit my videos a certain way that I would get really worried about somebody else editing my footage in a way that I might not personally like it to be edited in, which is why I just decide, you know what, I'll just do it myself since I know how to edit my videos. I know how I want them to look out. So I'm just going to depend on me to get that done. I even forgot to mention that even the bigger projects that I've done in the past, whether it be my review on Marvel Spider-Man 2 or whether it was my montage that I did on that game, those projects were really, really big at their respective times, and both of those projects were edited by me and me only. Now, with that being said, while I do understand that hiring an editor would make my upload schedule a bit more easier to manage, at the same time, I still believe in that if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. As for me personally, I always liked editing my videos a certain way. I like them to look a certain way, and if I were to have somebody do it for me, it might not be to the standard that I personally would like it to be at. Hence why I just rely on myself to edit all my footage. As far as how much the YouTube channel has grown throughout the last year, I'm looking at my phone right now, and from the looks of it, the channel has now accumulated 214 subscribers. I have now uploaded 467 videos, whether it be actual long form videos or whether it be YouTube shorts. I've uploaded that many videos and I was able to earn the support of 214 people. The content that's been uploaded onto the channel throughout the last year has accumulated a total of 84,546 video views overall. And that was mainly due to my YouTube shorts doing very, very well, to where it was getting noticed by so many people on the platform. So that's pretty much the main reason why my videos and my content overall was able to amass that amount of video views overall. Now, I will admit, the ride has not been perfect. There have been moments where I have messed up so badly, and I'm not even gonna lie, man, there were times throughout the last year of me making YouTube videos where I got stuck. I have seen some of my past YouTube videos, and I have been well aware of the fact that there have been moments within said videos where there would be some form of technical difficulties, which I have worked on trying to remedy so that way you guys don't have to see it again. I'm still learning as I go, but so far, while I have done a good job of trying to alleviate those issues, at the same time, I know I can do better. I can definitely do better in that regard. There have been times throughout the last year of making YouTube videos where I would get stuck. And what I mean by that is I wouldn't know what to upload for my next video. And it's crazy because there's so much stuff to talk about in the gaming industry. There's so many games to cover and so much to talk about in regards to specific individuals working on these specific games. Like, there's just so much to talk about that I really didn't bother to exercise enough critical thinking skills at that time to really think to myself, this might be a good idea to talk about, or this specific video game might be good to cover. Like, throughout the times where I was stuck and I didn't know what to talk about, it was mainly due to the fact that I wasn't exercising enough critical thinking skills, and I wasn't bothering to do enough research to really figure out exactly what I could talk about next. Thankfully, I was able to get some words of wisdom and overall advice from some personal friends of mine who have been doing this a lot longer than I have. They were able to give me some words of wisdom in regards to how I can improve the quality of my content, but also get more creative in regards to the kinds of ideas that I could put together for videos. They've also assisted me in a way of giving me ideas on how I can improve the quality of my content and so forth. And I've taken it to heart. I've taken the advice very seriously, and I've been trying to incorporate them one by one. Sure, it hasn't been like immediate, but slowly over time, I have been trying my hand at some of the ideas that they give me. And to be honest with you, it's worked so well. Without going into too much detail, I will say that the people who have helped me along the way with trying to understand content creating and how to increase the quality of my content, I am so thankful for the wisdom that they have given me in helping me improve as a content creator, because I do want to get better at this. I do want to figure out ways on how I can improve, even if I don't go out of my way and reach out to people and ask them for advice. At the same time, I am trying to work on, like, going to people who have way more experience than I do and ask them, like, hey, what can I do better? Like, do you think I could do this? Do you think I shouldn't do that? Like, what do you think? And yes, there is still so much to learn. There is still so much to do. But so far from what I've learned throughout the last year of making YouTube videos, those who have gone out of their way to help me out in any way, shape, or form, I have taken their advice to heart and it has worked. It really has worked. And if you happen to be watching this video, thank you. Thank you so much for the advice. I really hope you know that I'm very much appreciative of that. Now, getting creative in regards to what I should talk about next for a video, another thing that's been very difficult for me to maintain is being consistent on my channel. Ever since I started doing walkthroughs where I basically played through the Marvel Spider-Man video games, that was what led to me wanting to be consistent by uploading each and every single day. Now, I will admit, there was a day off that I had back in either November or December of last year where I was really sick to where I wasn't able to upload at all. But ever since then, I have been doing my utmost to try to upload each and every single day, whether it was a long form video or whether it was short form content. I've always tried to find a way to put in an upload each and every single day. Now, yes, the quality wasn't as great as y'all would expect it to, but at the same time, I've been trying to do my utmost to maintain some level of consistency so that way I can show my viewers that, hey, I do take this seriously. I genuinely want to get better at this, and I want y'all to know that I am putting in the work to get some content out for you guys to be entertained by. I've also learned that being consistent as a content creator can be difficult, but also discouraging in a sense. And the reason why I say it can be discouraging is because you could be uploading each and every single day for 3 months straight and you don't even get that many views or that many subscribers. And you really start to think to yourself, damn, dude, like, I'm not getting this much exposure. I'm not seeing that much growth. Like, is this even worth it? There are people out there who have tried their best and they just get so easily discouraged because they're not seeing growth at a rate that they would expect it to, hence why they end up giving up on creating content overall. In regards to me, I have had those moments, but at the same time, I knew that eventually the hard work was going to pay off and that I was going to see the growth over time. Because that's another thing too, like if I were to upload a specific video and it happened to go viral where it had like 1 million plus views and I was able to get a couple thousand subs off of that video, in my mind, I'm going to end up thinking, okay, well, this is the kind of video or videos that people really enjoyed. This is what they're going to want to see. So then I'm going to end up doing those types of videos without realizing that you could only do it for so long until people eventually start to get tired of it. And therefore, when you depend on that one specific idea that led to that video going viral, you then get stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do now. Like, I don't know what else to talk about. I have had one of my friends suggest to me that I should make like a wrestling YouTube channel, which for those who do not know, I am a wrestling fan. I love watching wrestling and so forth. One of my friends did suggest to me that I should at least consider making a wrestling YouTube channel. And I remember telling him this back then, and I still believe it to this day. While I would consider the idea of making a wrestling YouTube channel, for example, at the same time, I don't want to make content on something that I don't necessarily pay that much attention to nowadays, because you guys will see it in the videos that I would have uploaded if I were to go forward with making a wrestling YouTube channel. You guys would start to notice that this dude doesn't really seem that much interested. He doesn't really seem that interested in talking about this kind of stuff. So it's like, if he's not interested, then why should I be interested? You know what I mean? The point that I'm trying to make is this. Being consistent for a very long time, while it can be discouraging at times, at the same time, at least your peers or your viewers can see that like you definitely take this seriously enough to where you are willing to do whatever it takes to ensure that you see growth over time. Not only that, but also some of my family members have been supportive of me doing something like this, whether it be my stepdad, whether it be my sisters, you name it. Like, I have had some people who have expressed their support in me doing something like this, and I genuinely do appreciate that. I genuinely do. But I also don't try to forget that there are people out there who are not supportive of me doing something like this, either because number one, they don't understand what it means to succeed as a YouTuber slash content creator overall, or number two, they do understand it, but they still want to hate on you for trying to do what you can to succeed at something like this. I am well aware that that is still prevalent in today's day. I am well aware that I'm going to have haters as I'm doing this. Like, there's definitely going to be people who are going to be hating on me for doing this to the point to where that they're wishing for my downfall every single day. I am well aware that there's going to be those types of people who are going to wish for such a thing on me. But I really can't help but think to myself, if you have somebody who is working so hard and trying to succeed at something that they really take seriously, why would you want them to fail? Why is it? And the reason why I think that is because they themselves are probably not succeeding at whatever it is that they want to. So whenever they see somebody else in their come up trying to succeed at whatever it is that they're doing, this person feels the need to hate on that other guy because he's doing far better than this guy is. Now, for me personally, I'm almost willing to bet that I definitely have some haters of mine who are probably watching this video right now, wishing for me to fail, wishing for my downfall, and so forth. And if you happen to be watching this, I'm just gonna tell you right now, dude, wishing for my downfall is not gonna make you look any better as a person. So if I was you, I would take a step back, reassess the mentality, and think about what other people would want of me or what I would want of them going forward, if that makes sense. But if you're somebody who was willing to manipulate a certain narrative with the hopes that you see this person fail, again, you're not making yourself look any better by doing so. So please take a step back, think about your mentality and how it's making you look as a person. Yes, I get it. You can't please everybody, but I would hope that you, if you happen to be watching this right now and you happen to be a hater on top of that, I really hope you think to yourself, is it really worth going to this person and actively wishing for their downfall when I'm not doing anything to better my own life? Think about it. Now, as far as what I plan to do with the YouTube channel going forward, I will admit I've been really wanting to do more series on the channel. As a matter of fact, like, I have specific video games in my collection that I have been wanting to do a series on so badly for quite some time that I just never got around to doing so. And I really am considering it more and more as the days go by. Not only that, but I've also been considering on expanding to retro gaming. More specifically, I want to be able to make some videos where I basically play a lot of retro titles that we grew up playing back in our day. For example, I ended up making a series where I played through Sly Cooper and the Devious Raccoonist on the PlayStation 5, and I could not tell you just how much fun I had not only playing that game again, but just playing a retro title for the first time in a very long time. I had so much fun doing that it makes me want to make more series where I basically play these retro titles, but also just make videos on them in general. Now, that's not to say that I have no intention on making videos on the games that have released today. I still have every intention on doing so. It's just when you really think about it, the amount of video games that we have gotten over the last several months, or probably the last several years, a lot of them have become failures a lot of the time, and it's made people contemplate on the games that we used to experience back in our childhood and how good they were and how feature complete they were as well. Hell, the other day I was roaming around the PlayStation Plus catalog because I wanted to see if there was any retro titles that were available to purchase on the PlayStation 5 or PS4 that I probably wanted to try out for myself, and there were some that piqued my interest, but I never finalized a purchase on any of those titles, but I'm still looking as the days go by. To basically sum it up, while I still have every intention on making videos on video games that have released in this day and age, at the same time, I do want to expand beyond that by making videos and possibly do some series on older retro titles like PlayStation 2 games, for example. Like, I genuinely want to be able to expand into doing something like that, especially since I finished doing a series on Sly Cooper and the Devious Raccoonist, and because of how much fun I had playing through that game, and because of how much fun, because of how much you guys enjoyed watching it, it's really making me consider on making more videos where I play those older titles. To wrap this up, I will say this. I have now been making YouTube videos for a year now, and I've said this before and I will say it again, but making YouTube videos has given me something to look forward to in my day-to-day life. It has given me some kind of purpose that I can work towards, because at the end of the day, I do want to get better at this to where I can one day be successful as a content creator. This is something that I genuinely enjoy doing, even if there have been times where I've been so stuck to where I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about in my next video. At the same time, I love doing this. I genuinely enjoy doing this. I love making videos. I love being able to entertain you guys and educate you on games that you probably weren't even aware of as you've been growing up so far. I really enjoy doing this, and I want to continue to do so and possibly entertain more and more people to where I earn the support of more and more people who tune into the channel. Now, whether you've been a subscriber since day one or you ended up becoming a subscriber recently, if you have been tuning into the content and you've been showing your support on it, I genuinely want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your support throughout this last year. It has meant so much to me, as it has encouraged me to keep on doing this with the hopes that you guys will be more captivated by what it is that I'm doing, to where you probably decide to get your friends to check me out and see what I have to offer as a creator as well. Now, if you happen to not want to be a subscriber after watching this video, I'm not going to hold it against you. I just hope that you appreciated the amount of work that I put forward in trying to entertain you. Yeah, guys, today is the 1 year anniversary of me making YouTube videos. I've been enjoying the ride so far, and I intend on making videos and entertaining y'all going forward, as I'm really looking forward to what's ahead and what I might possibly do in the near future. And I genuinely hope you guys will stick around with me and support me along the way. Yes, I still have a lot of work to do. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do. I'm well aware of that. I will do so in due time. Just please be patient with me. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, you're more than welcome to drop a like on it. And if you enjoy this type of content, you're more than welcome to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. If you happen to be watching this on my Rumble channel, you're more than welcome to do the same, as clicking that follow button and that bell would be very much appreciated. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support that you have given me and the channel throughout the last year. I love y'all so much. It's been your boy Discreet, and I'll catch you in the next video.